Before we end, Matt, we'll go on to our predictions section. Last week, you were on fire, Matt, with the football. You got 7 out of 8 right. The only one letting you down was Kildare Palace-Kenry overcoming Mungret St. Paul's. You can rectify it now this week, and you can go for Kildare Palace-Kenry. But we'll start with the senior. We'll do the senior quarterfinals and the county cup. We'll leave the relegation out for it because this is only for a bit of fun, and you don't like relegation is never fun for anyone. We'll do the Premier Intermediate semi-finals, and we'll do the 4 quarterfinals in the Intermediate Championship. So we'll start with Kilmallock versus South Liberties on Sunday. You touched on the game, Matt. You seem to be edging towards Kilmallock.
Kilmallock by 4.
Kilmallock by 4. I have Kilmallock by 5. But you wouldn't be surprised if Liberties got closer, even drawn or winning the game. 2 hours later, or in about a half an hour, I suppose, after the conclusion of the game, Patrickswell versus Dare.
Patrickswell by 2.
Patrickswell by 2. I'm going to go by the Well by 1. I saw Dare against Kildare Palace-Kenry. They were impressive, especially when we got the lead. There's some quality players, and I think they have good matchups. It just is who Mark Skeen Lynch is the big problem. But we'll see. We'll see what they do.
Not me anymore, Jack.
Yeah, it won't be me either. Kildare Palace-Kenry versus Carrisplan in this once-off county cup final. I myself are going to go for Kildare Palace by 3 after seeing them twice this year. I was very impressed.
I'm going for Kildare Palace-Kenry by 4.
KP by 4. So we're the same in all those games. Kilmallock, Patrickswell, Kildare Palace-Kenry in the Premier Intermediate. Mungret St. Paul's versus your own Glenroe.
Mungret St. Paul's by 3.
Mungret St. Paul's by 3. He's gone against his heart again. I have Mungret down by 4. I think it could be closer than that, but I think Mungret are probably just that step ahead, especially.
But Jack, I qualified by saying that I hope to God I'm wrong.
Yeah, there's a win-win for you. You win against Battlelanders, or you went against Glenroe a couple of times and it burned you in the past. So hopefully again. I'm on a bit of a run now, but I got Glenroe right the last day and I got Ballylanders right last week. So, but hopefully you're wrong this week.
I hope I'm wrong. Third time I'll be wrong.
And then the intriguing clash of Cappamore and Newcastle West.
I'm going for Cappamore by 2.
Cappamore by 2. I'm going to go against you this one, Matt. I'm going to go for Newcastle by 2. Just think they're building. I think teams that come up a lot of times bring momentum with them. Like Glenroe last year got to the semi-finals. I think Newcastle can go one step further. By my calculations, it'll be a Mungret versus Newcastle final. You're calling for a Mungret versus Cappamore final. Well, I suppose you're calling for a Glenroe Cappamore final.
Oh God, I'm calling for Glenroe all day, and I don't care. I don't care whether it's Newcastle West or whether it is Cappamore. Although I slightly prefer Newcastle West because Glenroe have beaten Newcastle West in the junior final in 2000 and in the intermediate final in 2019. So we have a good record against them in the final.
Yeah, we'll see. Your head and your heart are in opposition corners.
Well, my head and my heart are at loggerheads, Jack.
Yeah. Moving into the quarterfinals of the Intermediate Championship, and just looking at it, they're so hard to call. We'll start with Palace Green versus Brewery.
I'm going for Palace here. Their teams in a different stage of transition and a different stage of redevelopment. And I think Palace will share that one by about 3 points. And, dare I say it, they have Colin Ryan on board who will punish any indiscretions that Brewery give within 80 or even up to 100 metres.
Yeah, I have Palace by 1. It's obviously a huge bonus having a player of the ilk of Colin Ryan. And even though it's competitive competition, puck fodder to hurling, it will be a boost to the club in general, and
absolutely sure. Look, it's a boost. Like the people talking about it around the county, it is even fantastic. We win 3 All Irelands in the last 4, and now we scooped the puck fodder. What's left?
Yeah, we'll see. Well, for Colin Ryan, it's to win the county with Palace Green. We'll see how that goes. Croom versus Grana Ballingarry.
I'm going for Croom. I'm going for Croom by 5 points there.
Croom by 5. I'm going to go for Croom by 3.
Because I just to give you the rationale behind it, Grana Ballingarry just saved their skin last year by winning the relegation playoff final against St. Pat's. Like they're lucky to be that they're not in the mire again this year, because like they were lucky to get over Tournafulla. They lost to Brewery. Now Croom were a totally different animal altogether, in that Croom have been hovering around, Jack. They were beaten at let me think, they were beaten at the quarterfinal stage last year. Was it by Fiohana or the PIHC? Or no, they were beaten in the semi-final by Newcastle West, wasn't it?
I think they've been in. I think they're going for a 4th successive semi-final, and there was a final appearance.
Yeah. There's something about them this year that they drew with Palace in the first round, and they comprehensively beat Hospital Halberstone in the second round. I'm going for I'm going for Croom by 5 there.
Yeah, I said it's Croom by 3. Croker-Kilfinney versus Na Piarsaigh. Now, I can't call between the sides. Croker and the Crest of a Wave. Na Piarsaigh were last year's finalists. I'm going to mirror your answer here. So
I'm going for Croke. I think the momentum is with Croke. I'm going for Croke by 2 points. It's going to be close. And the rationale behind it was, you'd say, all right, Croke were in the junior A final last year, that Na Piarsaigh were in the intermediate final and only lost it after extra time. But they've lost a good number of players since. Like we're talking about some of the newcomers that have come on the senior team and are staking and really have their hands up for places after the first 2 rounds. We're talking about the like of Emmett McAvoy, Sean Long, Keith Dempsey. They were all key members of that team last year. They have since lost Garrod Sinnott, who has been promoted up to the senior team, came on as a sub in both games against Kilmallock and against Ballybrown. So they've left huge holes in the Na Piarsaigh team, and I don't think, has James O'Brien played in the championship yet? I don't think he has. Were he to be available, it would make a huge difference. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that is why, and I feel that there is momentum with Croke-Kilfinney, and like Croke-Kilfinney are after emerging, Jack, top of what is possibly the most competitive group in the competition, because you had Fiohana, who were beaten in the semi-final last year, with whom they drew in the first round, and then you had Knockaderry, who they beat in the second round. So all the pointers are good towards Croke-Kilfinney, and I'm going for them to win the game by a couple of points.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Na Piarsaigh then to win by a couple. We've seen a lot of times teams coming back from losing a final, but it's different for Na Piarsaigh, as you rightly mentioned, to be losing players. It's generally a team's first team, but we'll see how that one goes. And then Effin versus Knockaderry to round out the predictions.
I'm going with Effin.
As am I. How many are you going for?
I'm going for Effin by 4.
Effin by 4. I'm going to go for Effin by 2.